It's me.
Jake?
All right?
What are you doing in here?
I have to talk to you.
Get out of the bedroom.
I'm not going to jump in the bed with you.
Well, then why are you in here?
I have some news for you. Some very bad news.
Mac and Rachel felt very bad.
They felt that you'd gone. They didn't mean to bring you more bad news. It's incredible.
I don't think it's bad news. I'm glad that Mac and Rachel came by to tell us.
Maybe Felicia would like some tea.
Yeah, I could go for a cup myself.
Me too. I'll get the water.
Felicia, I don't want you leaving like this.
I vowed that I would not mourn Zane's death. But I also vowed that I would get revenge on whoever did this. And I guess I start with Reginald Love.
No!
Dad.
No!
Why? Why did you take my babies?
Surely you figured that out.
Answer her.
Why?
Because you disgraced yourself. You are no longer my daughter or even a member of the Love family. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait a minute.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
You're not going to get off that easily.
You will never touch me again.
I will do more than touch you if you don't answer her.
You animal. I always said he belonged in the stables.
Well, Donna and Peter have a right to confront you after all these years.
Have you been hired to speak for my children?
Why, Father?
Very good, Peter. You see, they can both speak for themselves.
Why?
You're repeating yourself, boy.
Why did you make us believe you were dead all this time?
It fitted my needs.
What needs?
A man of wealth and power always has enemies.
Not us. We're not your enemies.
Don't interrupt me while I'm explaining.
Sorry.
Enemies. People who will come after you to get what you have. But if you're dead, all bets are off. Everything's off. The rug is neatly pulled from under them.
So you liquidated your companies, your corporations, your assets?
Very good. Well, what else? Do you really expect me to give you the details?
You camouflaged your holdings.
Hid them. Very cleverly, if I do say so myself.
And then you staged your own death.
And it worked, didn't it?
Oh, yes, it worked.
By the way, you can bring on your whole police department.
You don't have to worry about that.
It's going to be very difficult to prove this was illegal.
Not at all.
You couldn't even arrest me because you don't have any evidence.
Reginald, we haven't even started.
Father?
Good Lord, how amusing.
What is?
I don't know why I never thought of this before this moment.
Thought of what?
My funeral. Tell me, children, was it memorable?
Reginald Love was actually in cahoots with the man that killed Zane.
What Mac and Rachel said. How is everybody? MJ, we just heard the most incredible piece of news. I know.
Yeah, we saw Mac and Rachel as they were leaving.
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, Pops, Reginald Love is in Bay City. And he was responsible for getting Zane killed?
We don't have any hard evidence of that yet.
He did it. You know he did.
This Ludwig guy, the one who actually shot
Love
Zane?
hired him. You know, he had to.
Is that what the police think, Adam?
It's yet to be proven, Kathleen.
He did it. I know he did. I can feel it.
And what are the cops doing about it?
Look, all we have to go on right now is this relationship, the one between Reginald Love and Ludwig.
Come on. They killed Zane.
It's a little hard to take that to court, Felicia, especially with Ludwig still in a coma.
See, the point is that we don't have enough hard evidence to make an arrest of Reginald.
Well, if you can't do something about it, somebody else will.
He deserves whatever he gets. He has a lot more to get.
Wait a minute. Quiet, you guys. Look, we're taking the guy in for questioning.
That's it?
Questioning? Are you saying he has some kind of immunity?
I'm saying that our hands are tied right now.
Yours might be, but mine aren't.
Nothing to do with the police, Adam.
Yes, it does, Felicia. It has everything to do with the police. Now, look, I know how you must feel, but this is the law.
If you knew how I felt, you'd know that I have to get this guy.
I'm with Felicia. If you can't get that scum, I will.
Look, I know you're all tired and upset.
You don't know how we feel.
Pops, will you give Adam a a break now. He's been working on this case for a long time.
A lot longer than any of you know. Now, we're going to do everything we can to put this guy behind bars.
Well, it won't work. It's always the same. The Loves getting away with murder. You know, our first mistake was getting involved with that family. I thank God Jake's broken up with Marley.
Zane Lindquist.
He's dead.
How did you find out?
It was on the radio, and I called the television station and the newspaper, and they both confirmed it.
Such a wonderful man. Poor Felicia.
There's more.
Tell me.
The man they called Reginald LaSalle.
Who? Jake, what's wrong?
The man they call Reginald LaSalle is actually Reginald Love.
That was my grandfather's name.
I know.
He died when he was very young.
Maybe not. They say he's staying at the same hotel as Michael.
That's where Donna is. I have to get over to her.
Maybe you can wait.
No, because she's very afraid of her father. She's not going to want to be alone. I have to go over there.
Okay. I'll drive you, all right?
Just let me change my clothes.
Well, I guess I'm good for something after all, right?
Where's Interpol's report on Ludwig?
It's not in yet, Larry. You know, it is possible that Ludwig isn't his real name.
Yeah, well, you can take that to the bank. I don't care what his name is. I want a full profile on this guy.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Calvin.
The city is going crazy.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I want you to get on the telex, and I want you to let me know as soon as you get anything.
There's nothing on the radio but news of Reginald Love.
I know. We're in the same boat down here. Johnson, I have a report here on Reginald Love's death. I want you to call all of the newspapers. Get whatever you have on that.
Will do, Larry.
Johnson, call Chicago papers, too. I think the more we give the DA, the better.
Right.
I was over at Reginald Love's hotel. The place is swarming with newspaper reporters and your people.
Yeah, I know. I sent every available man over there.
Well, give me a pass.
What for?
To get over to that hotel, I need a police pass.
Catlin, cool down.
Look, I don't want to cool down. I have to get into that hotel room.
Forget it.
You know this is linked with Sally's death.
No, I don't know anything.
Well, I do. I'm certain of it.
Well, we're not certain of anything down here. You got that?
Will you just stop playing cop for a second and listen to me? That death at Gallant's parking lot is definitely linked with this.
Larry, just came in. Forensics. Thanks, Phil.
Larry, I'm trying to tell you
Hang on a second, Catlin. Phil, can you get that for me? Yeah. I think you better read that. Who is it, Phil? Bernie down in Conpool. He's down to his last 2 black and whites. Well, what am I supposed to do? Get him a car dealership? Have him call Highway Patrol, see what they've got. So, you were right, Catlin. Zane was killed tonight with the same gun that killed that guy in the parking lot.
Did she witness that murder?
No, we don't know what she saw.
She saw the car.
She couldn't identify it. She couldn't identify the driver, which had to be this Johann Ludwig. But he killed her because there was no way he could know what she really saw. As long as she was alive, it was a threat to him.
So she was killed for no reason. Ludwig, is he alive?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in a coma.
Well, that's too good for him. You better get these people up to their beds.
I'll try.
I'll call you in the morning.
This is the morning.
Oh, right. I'll call you anyway.
Okay. Bye. Brittany, hi. Hi. I know it's late. No, come on in. Hi.
Hey.
I didn't know where else to go. You look a little pale. Are you okay?
Here. Sit here.
No, I'm fine, really.
Please.
I'll get you some water.
No, I'm not sick. I just... Oh, I don't mean to intrude. Don't be silly. There are reporters all over the Love grounds, and I've heard some reports on the radio. The world's a crazy place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I heard that Reginald Love is still alive.
Yeah.
And that he is responsible. Could it be that he is responsible for Zane's death?
You've lived in that house long enough. I mean, surely you know the Loves are capable of anything.
Why is everyone so serious?
Well, maybe because there's nothing even remotely funny about the situation. The man has been shot to death.
Within the next few hours, you'll find out that I had absolutely nothing to do with this unfortunate shootout.
You are a liar, Reginald. And worse. We've got you nailed this time.
By noon today, I'll be on my way back to my home.
Don't hold your breath.
I do have a compliment, though, for you, Hudson.
Save it.
No. Credit where credit is due. You arranged it so that I was forced to expose myself. Very good. Very clever. Because, you see, I still do have some assets in Bay City.
Oh, we know that.
No, you don't. Don't try to bluff me twice. I'm far too good a poker player.
We know about your dealings with Tankir.
Of course. No one tried to conceal that. That was years ago. Many years. And when I heard the Queen of Tankir was in Bay City, I had to come to ensure I wasn't hurt by her shenanigans.
You are going to be hurt, Reginald. I promise you that.
I've heard that before so many times.
None of it matters.
What are you talking about, girl?
All of your assets. Tankir. All that matters is that you hated me so much.
Poor Donna.
You did. You always made me grovel for your love, and nothing I did was ever good enough for you. You made me feel so ashamed.
Donna is very fragile, which is another way of saying she's weak. Otherwise, why would she choose a stable boy to father her children?
You all right?
Yeah, I guess.
You want me to take my arm away? Guess I got my answer to that.
No. Don't.
You sure you want to do this?
It's where my mother is. It's where I have to be, too.
It's kind of cold. You want my jacket? What do you think?
After I found out that Donna was my mother, I went to the cemetery with her. I was very curious about my grandparents. So she took me to see their gravestones. It was raining. And we just stood there for the longest time. Neither one of us said anything to the other person, not a word. And that night I had this dream that my grandfather was trying to strangle me. And I woke up. I had a hard time getting my breath. And I was terrified, so I went down to Donna's room, and she was awake, too. And she had tears streaming down her face, and so I went over and I just held her for a little while. And then we just sat there and cried. And I didn't know why. Not at the time. If it's true, Jake, everything you said, and that my grandfather isn't buried in that graveyard in a few minutes, I'll be seeing him.
I wish I could help.
You have helped. Just by being here. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
You never have to thank me.
I was pretty rough on you, huh?
You drove me nuts.
If you don't want to come upstairs, I'll understand.
I want to be by your side. Not because your father ordered me. Because I want to.
We all feel the same way about revenge, Felicia, but we can't think about that now.
Get some rest, Felicia. It'll be light soon. Then I'll go see about Reginald Love.
Fine. Fine, that's fine. Get some sleep.
I can't sleep now.
Lie down. Rest.
Saying we want you to rest, Felicia.
I think we can all use some rest. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, honey. Go.
Try.
I got a couple of cases of drinks down in the basement. I better go get them now. People are stopping by first thing.
I'll give you a hand, Vince.
No, it's, stay with Brittany.
Oh, no, don't bother. I'm going to leave in a couple of minutes.
Well, Kathleen will be down in a second. So, please, don't go away.
Okay, I'll wait for her.
Good.
Brittany.
Yeah?
What are you doing here?
Well, Felicia's here, and Zane was the best friend I ever had.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to be around people that loved her.
So what other news have you heard?
I heard that Reginald Love is still alive, and that he may be responsible for Zane's death. Is that true?
That's just the beginning. Your family, the Love family, they killed Zane just like they killed Sally.
I'll take over now, Michael. Thanks.
The changing of the guards, is it?
Not exactly. I'm taking you down to the station house.
You're not going to interrupt our family reunion.
There's too many unanswered questions, Mr. Love.
Such is the nature of life, Sergeant. But I don't feel like a philosophical argument right now.
There's no philosophy. It's just facts. And you're going to fill us in on what's missing.
I think not.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
You can insist all you want.
You're not above the law, Love.
Don't be too sure of that.
Will you get him out of here, Adam? He is beginning to bore me.
I only live to entertain you, Hudson.
Let's go. Come on. Sergeant, has there been an arrest? What's the situation with Reginald Love?
Can you give us a statement?
Could you get out of my way so I can get a photograph? You guys are going to have to clear this corridor.
Could you please give us an update, Sergeant Corey? We only have half a story. It's not...
Later. Just back off right now, will you? You're going to have to back off, Sergeant.
Wait.
My father isn't going anywhere.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
Get out of the way, Peter.
That's a negative, Sergeant Corey. I'm quite tired of the police pushing us around.
Look, if you don't get out of the way, I'm going to run you in for obstruction of justice.
Oh, no, you're not. I know my rights. You're not taking him anywhere. What, are you acting as his legal counsel? You got it.
Oh, terrific.
Why not? And that means you're not taking my father to the precinct. You're not taking him anywhere.
Don't be a fool, Peter.
Father, you may leave anytime you wish.
What are you saying? I can't question him? About what? I don't have to be specific with you. Questions, anything I feel like. And if he won't answer the questions, then I'll get a subpoena.
Wait. Peter, you have excellent intentions, but I'd rather get it over with.
You don't have to, Father.
No. Public servants have a way of coming back again and again. Besides, I have work to do elsewhere. I left Bay City behind me once before. I'm anxious to do it again. Shall we?
Are you sure?
Open up, Sergeant.
Can we have a statement, please?
We've got deadlines, Sergeant.
All we're trying to do is make a living.
Why don't you be a nice guy? Just give us a statement.
Look, you guys got a job to do, and I got a job to do. But until I get orders to the contrary, my job comes first.
Well said, Sergeant.
Who said that?
Was it love?
One shot, just one shot.
Look,
You guys just back off, will you?
My deadline.
You give me any trouble on this, nobody's going to work this beat again.
That's freedom of the press, right?
Peter, you lead out. Reginald, you're after...
No statements, no pictures.
Maybe if you just give me a
Back off! Come on, get out of the way! Who are those two?
Oh, wait! Get on the arrest! What about it's an arrest? Get back! Will you be able to tell something about that?
True. He's back. And life will never be the same.
I'm not exactly sure what Sally saw. She never really said. But the killer must have been afraid she could recognize him. So...
I'm so sorry, Catalin.
How many more lives will that man touch?
So Reginald Love was responsible for Zane's death.
And caused Sally's accident. Murdered her.
The Loves. They're like a web of death.
You want me to take you home, Brittany?
No, I don't think so.
I guess no trouble.
No, I better not. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to get going. Please tell Felicia that I'm here for her.
She knows that, Captain. I'll tell her anyway. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks.
Oh, where are you heading?
I'm going to get a glimpse of one of your relatives.
What's that building?
I'm not sure, Father.
The Mayhew building.
Thank you, officer. Mayhew.
Yeah, I went to school with Gretchen.
Delbert Mayhew's daughter. I remember her.
You couldn't possibly. That was years ago.
I have an extraordinary memory, Peter. Gretchen was a mousy little girl. A true offspring of her father. Mousy old Delbert. Building similarly undistinguished.
Bay City must seem something different to you.
Totally. The skyline's really quite magnificent.
I think there are plans for, about 10 new skyscrapers under development.
Do tell. Such growth. I always predicted it, but I never had the patience to wait around for it to happen. You know, it could almost anger me not being in on such a obvious boom.
Not too late, Father.
But my life has been idyllic, so I can't complain.
We'll see about that.
That building there, the tall one, glass.
Bay City Corporation.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Reporters. We're all over the station.
Looks like they have all the entrances covered.
You will protect me from them, won't you?
We'll do our best, but it is a free press.
More's the pity. Someone else to do something about that.
Where was he found? Okay, come on, pipe down. Everybody quiet. You shut up!
Whoa, I'll get you a citation for that.
We've got editors on our backs, Larry.
Well, I can't tell you what I don't know, can I?
Hey, don't give us a runaround. This is major news and you don't know anything about it.
I have told you everything I know. Now, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the building, otherwise I'm going to have it cleared.
Oh, freedom of the press, right, Lieutenant?
You heard the man. Just get out. Come on, let's go.
Hey, there. I want to see Reginald Love.
Oh, come on. I was at the hospital. Look, we're still in time. Get Reginald Love.
Hey, there he is! Mr. Love, back up! Come on, back up, you guys! Come on!
Thank you.
Come on, no, cat!
You're not getting a piece of Reginald Love.
Doesn't have to work his way out of this.
You let the cops handle this.
All right, but let me tell you something. Sooner or later, he's going to answer to me.
Fine, just cool down. Cool down. Excuse me. So. Well, Mr. Love, you're a very popular man. Hello, Peter.
Larry? Remember, Father, not one word.
Never fear.
Oh, well, let's not get off on the wrong foot here.
You won't mind if I confer with my son, the attorney, alone.
Sure, pull up a desk.
Thank you.
So, what's he like, Al?
He's not about to admit anything. This is going to be far from easy. Gentlemen, my client is requesting protection. He'd like to be taken into custody.
Run that by me again.
Larry, I think I made myself pretty clear.
You want to put your father in the slammer?
Sure. So he can dodge that free press that he's so worried about.
Very astute, Sergeant. I said something had to be done about the free press. Gentlemen, your handcuffs, please.
The dear little puppet. Yes. He'll be asleep pretty soon now.
Never heard him scream longer or harder before.
Well, you know, babies are very sensitive, dear. They can tell what a person feels.
You think he knows how sad his mommy is?
Of course he does.
Oh, Bridget.
Oh, my dear. I'm so sorry.
He was the best friend I ever had.
Such a tragedy.
I never even had a chance to say goodbye to him.
Doesn't make sense, does it? And then that terrible Reginald Love coming back alive. You know, that he's come from the grave, you know, ready to clutch us all.
Did you know Reginald Love?
Oh, yes, I knew him.
Well?
Oh, well, no human ever knew him very well, nor ever wanted to, mind you.
You sound like you hated him.
Well, he forced me to take one of the twins away. And then, I mean, that's a terrible thing, you know, to take a baby away from its mother.
Yes. Vicky.
Yes. Yes, and then he told me to take her away and never bring her back. And that he would bring up Miss Marley all by himself. That's what he said. No, he just wanted to get rid of poor little Victoria. Yes, love.
How can anyone be so cruel?
Oh, my dear. You see, a look at those eyes. Oh, my, every time he looked at me, I had the shudders going up and down my back. Cruel, heartless eyes.
Just like Peter's.
I beg your pardon?
Do you think that Peter is like his father?
Well, I have begun to notice it the last... Oh, it was only in the last few days, dear.
I better get some sleep.
Yes, of course. Yes, well, good night, dear. You call me if you need me now.
You've lived in that house long enough. You've got to know the Loves are capable of anything.
In jail.
Yeah, his lawyer requested it.
Why?
Keep him away from the press. Which is actually something we have to do with them. Look, I want you to take Marley and go to the beach cottage and keep her there. And press are going to be descending on the Love House any minute.
What about Donna?
I'm going to keep her here with me.
Okay, anything else?
No, just thanks. Been a real help.
Ah.
Look, you're a good man to have around in a crisis. I just have a feeling the crisis is going to get much worse.
I imagined that moment so many times. In my dreams and in my fantasy.
What did you imagine?
That Daddy would take me in his arms, beg my forgiveness, that he would realize how cruel he'd been.
What really happened?
I couldn't stand up to it. I was never able to. And after all this time, it was exactly the same. I let that man walk out of here without telling him the monstrous things he did to me and Michael, without telling him that he practically ruined my life. I couldn't stand up to it.
Well, you will, Donna. I promise you. One day, you will stand up to your father. I will make sure of it.
Is it really over?
Does that answer your question?
We could be dreaming.
You could be dreaming, but I know that I'm really here next to the woman that I love. Nothing's ever going to make up for the loss of Zane.
Promise me you'll never leave me.
Oh, honey, I promise. I'm going to stay with you for the rest of what's left of this long, long night. I'm going to hold you every night from now on. Always. Like Kathleen.
What would I do without you?
You'd be fine. Donna, you don't need me or anybody else. You happen to be a very strong woman.
Do you really think so?
I do. You were very brave tonight, whether you know it or not.
What do you mean?
You looked right into your father's eyes.
But I didn't stand up to him.
But you didn't run away either.
No.
You faced the past. And you're going to continue to do just that.
With your help.
Well, if need be, yeah. Come here. I'm going to make you a promise.
What?
I promise you that tomorrow is going to be better than today. And the day after that will be better than the next.
Wish I could believe that.
Well, believe it. Because we are all going to be together. You, me, Marley and Victoria, all together. And nothing will ever tear us apart. Nothing. Reginald may try, but he won't succeed. He won't. Nothing will ever tear us apart, Donna. I stake my life on that.
Aren't you tired?
Nope.
It's the middle of the night.
So?
So? I mean, we have to get some sleep sometime.
At some point.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Like a what?
Like you have some sort of secret.
Well, maybe I do.
So are you going to tell me what it is?
You may not like it very much.
Just spit it out, okay?
All right. I am going to spend the night here.
Where?
Here.
In the cottage?
Not just in the cottage.
What do you mean?
In the bedroom.
The bedroom.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, you don't have to stay in here for me or anything.
No, not entirely. For me, I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, then I guess there's no way I could talk you out of it.
No, there isn't.
And since you're obviously stronger than me, I can't physically throw you out. So I suppose I'll just have to put up with it.
Yep. I know you. What do you think is funny?
Well, I was just thinking since we never got around to sleeping together.
That what?
That you're going to have to spend the entire night sitting up in that chair over there.
Well, that was my plan.
Oh, that was your plan?
But you didn't think for 1 minute that I would start up with you again, did you?
Oh, no, not for a minute.
No. Wild horses. Hundreds of them. Could not drag me into that bed.
No. I'm sure they couldn't.
My love. I swear on this ring, I will avenge your death. I swear it, darling.
Is the baby mine? Brittany, tell me, is the baby mine? You can take your posh life and shove it. Your family, the Love family, they killed Zane just like they killed Sally. Damn all the loves to hell.
You know, I think my father was very pleased with me today. Can you imagine waiting your whole life to get to know your father? But the best part is, I think he and I are going to become fast friends. It's a miracle, really. An absolute miracle. You see, as a child, I wanted to emulate my father. I wanted to be like him in every way when I grew up. Now it looks like my childhood dream may finally come true.
Good evening. Ah, weaving a web, are you? How industrious. Patient. How like like so many people I used to know here in Bay City. Boring people. Unimaginative dullards. And tonight, some of them even had the unmitigated gall to ask me why I arranged my own death. Why did you leave, they asked. Well, I can tell you, my little friend the spider. I left because I couldn't stand them anymore. I wanted new sunrises and new sunsets. And wonder of wonders, I found them. And I will not give them up. No. I will not give anything up. It will be those ordinary people who do that. And if they get in my way, as you are doing right now, my little friend, they will feel the weight of what I can wield.
This part of Another World was brought to you by Antiseptic Scope with T25, a unique germ-killing system. Scope kills as many germs as medicine-y mouthwash, but leaves your breath minty fresh, not medicine-y.
Later today, escape into a world of passion and intrigue. Escape through Flamingo Road at 3:30. But now, Santa Barbara heats up. Has MJ found love at last? Find out next on WDSU TV6.
It's a must-see series, The Human Animal, tonight on NBC.
Join us each weekday for the continuing story of Another World.